Okay, we are here with some leftover roast beef and gravy from our roast beef dinner or your French dip sandwiches. And wow, it's getting to be dinner time, and my goodness, you kind of are like, what am I going to make for dinner? And I've got this leftover gravy and leftover meat. Well, let's turn it into something fantastic and delicious and simple. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the gravy in our pan. You can, if you would like, we're going to make stroganoff, beef stroganoff. If you would like, I love mushrooms. A couple of my kids don't care for mushrooms, so I'm not going to put mushrooms in at this time. But if you would like to have mushrooms, you can slice up some mushrooms and saute it in just about a tablespoon of butter until they're tender in your pan, and then add your gravy. And you can see how it's solidified quite a bit, so you're going to want to add some water, a little bit of water to make it a little bit thinner, and turn that on and heat your gravy up. So we've emptied all of the gravy into the pan, and I want to get all of it out. So I'm going to go to the sink and put a little bit of water and spray it in there so we can get the rest of the gravy and put it in there so it will thin it up a little bit. And we will turn this on, about medium, and get that going. All right, so here's our roast beef that's left over. I actually have quite a bit of roast beef left over. So this is great because, for one thing, you can take a sandwich on one of your lunch days. Just put a few pieces on some bread with some mayonnaise and some lettuce and a little bit of salt and pepper, and yummy, yummy. That's very delicious. But we're just going to take, I don't know, about half of it and put it on my cutting board, because you know what, there's enough that I can make a pot pie with this. So you can always just throw it in your fridge for a couple days later, or put it in your freezer if you want to do another meal with it in, maybe next week, or when you need to pull it out to make a quick fast meal. So we've got that, and we're just going to slice it into just some strips. And you really don't need that much. You don't need that much. I'm going to slice it in half so they're a little more cubed. I've got little kids, so I don't want to have big pieces for them. But it is tender enough that they won't choke on it, so it's chewable for little children. So there's our meat ready to go into our gravy when our gravy is... All right, we have our gravy that's to a soft simmer, and we're going to add our meat to the gravy and stir that up. And one of my very favorite things is horseradish, especially in stroganoff. So I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon in the gravy. And stir that all up. And I just kind of eye it. If you're not used to horseradish, you might want to just start out with just a little bit. And stir that in. And just before serving, add a dollop of sour cream to it. So I'm just about ready to serve this. So I am going to add my dollop of sour cream. And stir that up.
Get roasty for dinner.
Then if you have your rice ready, you can pour it directly, like put it on a pretty dish and pour pour the gravy on top and add a few little sprigs of parsley, or sprinkle some green onion or dried chives, make it really pretty. You can put it over mashed potatoes, or you can put it over egg noodles. Either one is really delicious. And there you go.